Good morning, cowpokes. Welcome back for another week of e-learning. This week is going to entail a mini project. This mini project is going to be based around the book called Math Curse. Some of you may have heard of this book. Today, I am going to do the first part of our mini project in reading the book aloud to you. So, I would like for you to find a comfy good spot to listen, relax, and enjoy. Now, while I am reading this book, I have a question I want you to think about. You can think of almost anything as a math problem. Do you agree or disagree? And why? Think about that. You can think of almost anything as a math problem. Do you agree or disagree? Why? Okay, now we're going to read the story, Math Curse. I'll read the pages, and then I will show you the pictures. On Monday in math class, Mrs. Fibonacci says, you can think of almost everything as a math problem. On Tuesday, I started having problems. Uh-oh. Wonder what kind of problems. I woke up at 7:15. It takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat my breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. Suddenly, it's a problem. 1. My bus leaves at 8. Will I make it on time? 2. How many minutes in 1 hour? 3. How many teeth in one mouth? I look in my closet and the problems get worse. I have 1 white shirt, 3 blue shirts, 3 striped shirts, and 1 ugly plaid shirt. My Uncle Zeno sent me. 1. How many shirts are there altogether? 2. How many shirts would I have if I threw away an awful plaid shirt? 3. When will Uncle Zeno quit sending me such ugly shirts? I'm getting a little worried. Everything seems to be a problem. I take the milk out for my cereal and wonder, how many quarts in a gallon? How many pints are in a quart? How many inches in a foot? How many feet in a yard? How many yards in a neighborhood? How many inches in a pint? And how many feet in my shoes? I don't even bother to take out the cereal. I don't want to know how many flakes in a bowl. Mrs. Fibonacci has obviously put a math curse on me. Everything I look at or think about has become a math problem. Can you imagine everything you look at and think about? Your mind races to a math problem. I tried to get on the bus without thinking about anything, but there are 5 kids already on the bus. 5 kids get on at my stop. 5 more get on at the next stop. And 5 more get on at the last stop. True or false? What is the bus driver's name? Mrs. Fibonacci has a chart of what month everyone's birthday's in. Which month has the most birthdays? Which month has the fewest? Why doesn't February have a W? And do you think the chart looks sort of like a row of buildings? What does this little ink blob look like to you? So at the bottom of the page, you can see the birthday chart kind of looks like a row of buildings. And then there's that little black blob there that she's asking, what do you think it looks like? I think it looks like a little face with crazy hair. The whole morning is one problem after another. There are 24 kids in my class. I just know someone is going to bring in cupcakes to share. We sit in 4 rows with 6 desks in each row. What if Mrs. Fibonacci rearranges the desks to make 6 rows? 8 rows? 3 rows? 2 rows? I count the 24 kids in our class again, but this time I did it by 2s. Jack scratches his paper with his finger. Ugh, how many fingers are in our class? Casey pulls Eric's ear. How many ears are in our class? The new girl Kelly sticks her tongue out at me. How many tongues are in our class? I'm about to lose it when the lunch bell rings. This picture kind of illustrates her mind is going crazy at school. Everything turns into some kind of math problem or question. Unfortunately for me, Lunch is pizza and apple pie. Each piece is cut into 8 equal slices. Each pie is cut into 6 equal slices. And you know what that means? Fractions. 1. If I want 2 slices of pizza, should I ask for 1/8, 2/8, or just 2 slices of pizza? Or number 2, what is another way to say 1/2 of an apple pie? 2/6, 3/6. Oh, and number 3, which tastes greater? 1/2 of a pizza or 1/2 of an apple pie? We haven't studied fractions yet, so I take 12 carrot sticks, 3 at a time, and eat them 2 at a time. In the afternoon, every subject is a problem. Social studies is a geography problem. The Mississippi River is about 4,000 kilometers long. An M&M is about 1 centimeter long. There are 100 centimeters in a meter and 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Estimate how many M&Ms it would take to measure the length of the Mississippi River. Estimate how many M&Ms you would eat if you had to measure the Mississippi River with M&Ms. I'd probably eat them all. Bonus. Can you spell Mississippi without any M&Ms? Lunch has got her thinking crazy about fractions. English is a word problem. If mailbox becomes mail plus box equals mailbox, does lipstick minus stick equal lip? Does tuna fish plus tuna fish equal forno fish? Physical education is a sports problem. In 1919, Babe Ruth hit 29 home runs, batted a 322,000th percentage, and made $40,100. In 1991, the average Major League Baseball player hit 15 home runs, batted 275 thousandths, and made $840,000. Circle the correct answers below. Babe Ruth has less than the average of a modern player. Babe Ruth had greater than the average modern baseball player, or Babe Ruth is equal to the average modern baseball player. In art, we finally got to relax with a connect the dot picture. Here's my picture. Too bad it turns out to be a connect the ancient Mayan numerals picture. Math is just a total problem. Mrs. Fibonacci says there are many ways to count. She says to us to give some examples. Russell counts on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Molly says 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Mrs. Fibonacci says, I always count 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. But on the planet Tetra, kids have only 2 fingers on each hand. They count 1, 2, 3, 10. And then on planet Binary, kids have only 1 finger on each hand. They count 1, 10. Question 1. What are the next 5 numbers in each sequence above? 2. Do you think Mrs. Fibonacci has been to the planet before? And 3. How would you bowl if you lived on planet Binary? Counting each finger. Skip counting. Skip counting again. We are just about to go home when Rebecca remembers a special birthday cupcakes her mom made. There are 24 kids in the class. Rebecca has 24 cupcakes. So, what's the problem? Rebecca wants Mrs. Fibonacci to have a cupcake too. Everyone is going crazy trying to figure out what fraction of a cupcake each person will get. I'm the first to figure out the answer. I raise my hand to tell Mrs. Fibonacci I'm allergic to cupcakes. Everyone, 24, believes me and gets 1 cupcake, and no one has to figure out fractions. Just a silly picture of cupcakes. I stagger out of school. I'm a math zombie now. I have to find something to break this math curse. I decide to try chocolate. My favorite candy bar is usually 50 cents. But guess what? Today it's on sale for 50% off. When A is the number of letters in your first name, and B equals your age, and C is your shoe size, I just decided to buy licorice instead. I pull out my money. I have a $5 bill, a $1 bill, a quarter, and a penny. George Washington is on both the quarter and the $1 bill. Abraham Lincoln is on both the penny and the $5 bill. So, which is true? A, 1 Washington equals 25 Lincolns. B, 5 Washingtons equals 1 Lincoln. C, 1 Washington equals 100 Lincolns. D, 1 Lincoln equals 20 Washingtons. Sorry, thought my phone about died. Don't forget to show your work. Extra credit. How do you think Thomas Jefferson feels about all this? I am now a raving math lunatic. What if this keeps up for a whole year? How many minutes of math madness would that be? What's your problem? Says my sister. 365 days times 24 hours times 60 minutes, I say. Dinner brings no relief. While passing the mashed potatoes, Mom says, what your father says is false. What your mother says is true. I think about that for a minute. If what Mom says is true, then what Dad says is false. But if what Dad says is false, then what Mom says isn't true. And if what Mom says isn't true, then what Dad says isn't false. But that can't be true because it says that what Mom says is true and she says what he says is false. Crazy there. Can that be true? I think about it. Then I think about it some more. Then I think I better go to bed. I undo 8 buttons plus 2 shoelaces. I subtract 2 shoes. I multiply times 2 socks and divide by 3 pillows to get 5 sheep, remainder 1, which is all I need to count before I fall asleep. Then the problems really begin. Oh no, I thought she had enough problems. I wonder what's going to happen in her sleep. I dream I'm trapped in a room with no doors and no windows. The room is covered with a lifetime of problems. I have only one piece of chalk. How do I get out? I'm about to give up and die when the answer to my problem comes to me. Fractions. I break the chalk in half. Then I put the 2 halves together. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. So her dream is full, looks like a chalkboard with all these math problems that she's trying to escape. I put the hole on the wall and jump out. I'm free! So she drew a hole in the wall and she's free. Think her math problems are over when she wakes up? Let's find out. I wake up Wednesday morning at 7:15. It takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat my breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. My bus leaves at 8. What time will I be ready? 7:41. No problem. So far, she hasn't had any math problems yet. I've broken the math curse. I can solve any problem. And life is just great until science class when Mr. Newton says, you know, you can think of almost everything as a science experiment. On to science. That could be interesting. Okay, now students, now that I've read the story, you have a Google Doc that is attached to, a Google form that is attached to your assignment today on Google Classroom, and it has math problems that I've pulled from the story for you to solve. There are 4 of them, okay? So you'll need to read the problem, think about using your cube strategy, so circling important numbers, U, underline the question, B, box in keywords and phrases, E, evaluate, so how are you going to solve it and set it up, and then S, you solve it and make sure you put your answer in with labels. If you're having trouble solving problems, please feel free to email me, have your parents get a hold of me on class tag. We can set up a one-on-one, so you and Mrs. Ullery only, to go over problems on a Google Meet through a video, and I can show you how to solve problems. Or if there's several of you, maybe we can do a video together. Okay? So, get on there and do your Google Forms, and tomorrow will be the second part of your project. Okay? All right, I miss you all. Have a great day.